Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the world famous Whiskey Chaser channel. How are you doing? Love ya, miss ya. This week's video, I thought we would do something a little fun. As some of you know, New York City, which is where I live, we are only about 45 minutes from the border of Connecticut. And there's this interesting road that rides right through and it bounces back and forth across the border. And I thought it'd be fun just to go up there and see what it's all about. If you're a frequent video watcher, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Chase. This is the Whiskey Chaser channel. We go around New York City on a motorcycle. Well, we go across all over on the motorcycle because today we're crossing state lines. If you are new here, consider subscribing, hitting that red button. If you are not new here, if you've been here before, thank you, love you. Consider liking this video, leaving a comment. Also, right down in the description box, there's going to be a link for the Whiskey Chaser sticker packs. You get 2 stickers, one holographic, one regular awesome matte for $4. That money right there goes to help the channel. I don't know if you can see it, but my crash bar is terrible. It is rusted, it is bent because a couple of years ago I went down on this bike. It wasn't hard, but it was enough to knock that crash bar, tweak a little bit, cut some of the chrome off, and now since we've had snow, we're closer to the coast, a little bit more salt water in the air, some rust has occurred, and that needs to be replaced. I am definitely 100% willing to put my own money into replacing this part, but just full transparency, that money right there, that's what that goes towards. It goes towards parts, it goes towards advertising, it goes towards all kinds of cool stuff. Recently, I did just get a really cool item. I'm excited to show you guys what it is, but I'm not going to spoil it yet. So on our journey to this border hopping street, what I wanted to talk about is something that another, I believe he subscribed to me, I'm definitely subscribed to him, motovlogger, talked about in a video. His name is Goofy Bastard, and he brought up a really interesting subject that I just wanted to expand upon myself. I had some thoughts, some opinions, and that was motovloggers. Small channels, large channels, which one is better? Which is a better channel to watch? And this doesn't even apply just to motovloggers. This applies to everything, in my opinion. We're not talking about super big channels. This isn't health and junk food talk. This isn't Demolition Ranch talk. More specifically, what I wanted to talk about is the motovloggers. Fortnite, you have Chase on 2 Wheels, you got a couple other guys, big channels. Yami Noob might hit 1 million this year. Big deal, especially for something that is a sport, that is a hobby. So which do I think is better? It's interesting to think about. It took me a while to think about. The larger channels, they have more money, they have more availability. They, have stuff like Patreon, where they're able to go out and take some of that money, put it into the channel, make it better, go out and get better equipment. They can buy bikes and do giveaways. They have different companies that send them things. Not every one of them, don't get me wrong, but there are a bunch that have that, and that makes it fun. That makes it great. Blockhead he's doing, I think, season 5 of his giveaways. He's given 3 bikes away. He's giving away an Indian Scout, an Iron 883, a Yamaha Bolt, and that's amazing. That's fun. That's a fun thing. Not all of us can do that, especially as smaller channels. I'm looking at selling sticker packs just so I can possibly get another crash bar. With that being said, one of the things that I really like about the small channels that Goofy Bastard brought up is the fact that we've built this community together. There are people who I have talked to on my channel, on my Instagram, all that kind of stuff that I've connected with through this creation process. It's great to be able to do that. I met Big Rob over the internet. He lives in Australia. He's a cool guy. I talk to Moto John every once in a while. We're gonna plan to meet up at some point because he lives over in Philadelphia. That's not far from me. Misplaced Motovlogger, I told him about shower beers. He already kind of knew about it, but I told him how great they were. And also, if you haven't ever had a shower beer, get yourself a shower beer. But it's awesome being able to have this sense of camaraderie together. We all try to watch each other's videos, we like each other's videos, we comment on each other's videos. We're not in competition with each other. We understand that we're all in it together, which is amazing. That's what makes these smaller channels, in my opinion, so much better than those bigger channels. Plus, you start to lose something in those bigger channels. I do want to actually talk about Demolition Ranch, which, by the way, if you didn't know, I used to live about 35, 40 minutes away from that guy, from Matt Carricker, and he never wanted to hang out with me. I'm just I mean, he was huge. He was huge then. He had like 7 million subscribers. He had 3 channels. I get it. I mean, the guy was busy. He was running his veterinary business and all these channels and everything like that. So I don't blame him at all. From what I hear, he's actually a really, really cool guy. But if you watch the old Demolition Ranch channel, like way back in the day, when he was living in College Station, it was a fun channel. He was doing shotgun tricks where he would like do tricks with the shells and they would land in the chamber and he'd shoot it, which was a lot of fun. He was doing custom shotgun shells, which I get why he's not doing that anymore, because YouTube has already removed a bunch of those videos from him, which really, really sucks. But it was just a really fun channel. And if you look at it now, it's basically he's got it down to bought a new gun, shoot the new gun a little bit, will it go through this many items? And that's basically all his channel is at this point. And I get why, because he is busy with his other channels. His Off the Ranch channel is probably making him way more money because it monetizes everything. He doesn't have to worry about it as much. It's just him and his family, him going through life, as opposed to Demolition Ranch that probably gets demonetized a lot. He doesn't want to put a whole lot of effort into it, but it still has 9 million people who are subscribed to it, so he has to do something. And it's still a fun channel, don't get me wrong, I watch it all the time, but it's not the way that it used to. So that's something I really, really, really like about the small channels. You learn a lot. There are some times when I've gone onto the motovlog channels that I follow and I've taught them how to do something in YouTube or in editing or, you know, just anything like that. I've given my insight and they've been able to respond, and they don't have a million comments that they have to filter through. There's just a few that they can just respond to real quick. We have an open communication. I can get on Instagram, I can send them a message and they'll respond and we'll talk back and forth. There have been times when they've done that to me. I was talking about the cheek pads in the last video where I wasn't too happy with these things, and I mentioned that in a video. And one of the girls who follows me watched the video, said, "Hey man, this is what I did." And I was like, that's great, that's amazing. And you know, we talked about it a little bit. I was able to thank her. That makes it a lot more fun. Not that I'm going to say that those other guys, those bigger channels won't do that, because they most likely will. But it's hard when you have thousands of comments to search through. You're not going to be able to respond to everyone. It's a full-time job to do that. There's no possible way you're going to be able to do that. That's also one of the things that I think Goofmaster talked about, was it's a full-time job to go through every single comment and respond to every single one. And you want to do that, you really do. You also have to think about all of your Instagram comments. You have to think about all your Facebook comments. You have to think about if you have Reddit, if you have Discord, all of, you know, Twitter, like everything. Everything is just, it's so difficult to be able to keep up with that when you do have something like 1 million subscribers or more, and all of those people, thousands and thousands of people, are sitting there trying to talk to you. I will tell you that one of the biggest, greatest things about being in this community is being able to talk to the bigger channels and learn from them, and watch them and learn from them. And, you know, of course, they're going to be the ones on the algorithm that get pushed up first. You turn on YouTube and Yami Noob or Chase on Two Wheels has posted a new video about just some opinion piece, like Yami Noob does it all the time. He recently just did a video about what we wish he knew about riding before he started, which is similar, kind of similar to the video I just did, which is, so you want to get a motorcycle. His video obviously got thousands and thousands and thousands of views. Mine didn't. Not because we have a difference of opinion, not because his opinion is better than mine, just because he's being pushed up to the front. Because now, on the flip side of that, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but Shade Tree Surgeon, aka Josh, is one of the biggest up-and-coming YouTube people for motovlogging, which he should be. He has 500 videos over like 6 or 7 years. He's been doing this forever, and he's really respected in this community. Everybody across the country knows who this guy is. And the cool thing about him is he will respond to you. He will talk to you. If you tag him on something on Instagram, he will repost it to all of his followers. I'm gonna tag him in this, and he will repost it. And then one of the coolest things about it is he will probably go watch this video. And I understand that he doesn't have as many subscribers as somebody like Andy do, but he's still, it would be a full-time job just to respond to as many people as he responds to, on top of everything else that he does. I like to think of him as like a really big, small motovlogger, because he is big. He's worked his ass off, but he also acts like he is a smaller motovlogger. He is in our community. He's part of our group effort to make this whole sport better. He uses his platform to push others forward, which I think is awesome. He just recently did a video about some bikes that he wished manufacturers would remake, and then he invited his audience. He said, if you are a YouTube creator, make a video like this and then tag me in it so I can go watch it. There are so many big time YouTubers who would never do that, and that's awesome. Josh is awesome. He's a great guy for this community. Alright, we're finally here. Let's see what this is about. So I set a destination way off over in that direction. So I'm hoping what happens is this picks up my GPS, because it should say a bunch of like, welcome to New York, welcome to Connecticut, welcome to New York. So we'll see what happens.
Continue on New York 120A south for half a mile. Welcome to Connecticut.
Welcome to Connecticut.
To New York.
Yeah, see? Welcome to Connecticut, welcome to New York. Literally the border goes right through the middle of this street, and then it bounces back and forth. It's weird because I don't even technically know what state I'm in right now. Well, that was a blast. You know, it's always fun to get out of the city, see what's out here. Apparently there's a big lake. Alright, so I guess I'll just go ahead and wrap this up. Which ones do I like better? Small channels or big channels? I mean, in my opinion, I really like the small channels better. I think they're more genuine, builds a better sense of community, like I said. Everybody's working together for the same goal. Not to say I don't watch the bigger channels, because I do. I definitely 100% watch them. And I enjoy them. I learn a lot from them. I think it's important to have both. Obviously, there's going to be up-and-coming people who will see some people like us as bigger channels one day, maybe. They could look at us and say, oh my god, they have 5,000 subscribers. That's crazy. That's huge. And they look up to you. Even though you can sit there and say, oh man, I only have 5,000 subscribers. This guy with 100,000. That's crazy. That's awesome. That guy with 100,000 is sitting there looking at the dude with 1 million. Just going, oh my god, I wish I could be him or her. So do yourself a favor. Watch the smaller guys. They're the ones who are, I don't want to say more genuine, but they're more real. They're not as good at editing. They don't have the best equipment usually. And most of the time, this is a second job for them. You know, I work full time, about 45 to 50 hours a week. Then I also have to record videos, edit them, upload them, think of catchy names, make a thumbnail for them. It's not like it's super difficult. It just takes time. Time that not a lot of people have. You know, I'm a techie person. I understand tech. I get computers, I get software, I get Photoshop, I get a lot of that stuff. Some of these guys, they don't. Some people just don't get it. They have to watch videos on how to do that kind of stuff. They have to figure it out themselves, which is another time-consuming thing to do. So do yourself a favor and watch these guys. Build them up. Let them know you're there. Comment on their videos. Because we're all out here working hard. Every one of us. From the dude with 3 subscribers all the way up to the person with 2 million. We're all working hard to make this fun. We're giving free entertainment out into the world. We're putting free entertainment out there for you, for your enjoyment. I'm not saying this to make anybody feel guilty. I'm not trying to force you to watch the smaller guys' channels, but you should. We're out here, we're trying to just make some cool stuff happen. We're doing this because it's a fun hobby. It's something we want to do. Yeah. Alright. Well, I just got highway back into the city, so it's going to be pretty boring. I'll go ahead and cut it off here. Thank you so much to everybody who's watched this video. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you have not subscribed, consider subscribing. please check out the sticker packs down below. I also have some affiliate links that help the channel out as well that don't cost you anything. So if you need something from Amazon, like this cool camera, just go down there, click on that link, helps the channel out. Thank you so much. Love you, everybody. Bye-bye. Just want to jump back in here real quick and give a shout out to Goofy Bastard for this video idea. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I know you didn't intend to inspire me to do this video, but you did. That's great. That's awesome. Also, if you are a creator and you have an opinion about this idea, make a video. Send it to me. Tag me in it. Anything like that. Send it to me on Instagram. You can follow me there at whiskeychaser_. Send it to me. Send it to my email, whatever, because I would love to see that. I would love to be able to communicate with my fellow motovloggers and friends about this kind of stuff. So, all right, once again, signing off. Later, guys.